Hi everyone. So it's my dad's birthday in a few days' time, and as we're in the middle of a pandemic, I figured I'd try and be resourceful and make him a card using whatever we can find in the shed. Starting with this piece of 3mm steel. Now, my idea is to try and find, I don't know, maybe like nuts and bolts, washers, anything metal that we could perhaps form the words happy birthday on the front, and perhaps sort of weld those into position, cut this off square, and maybe we'll put some hinges on the side, put a back to it, and maybe a wooden back, maybe a metal back, and a message on the inside as well. I'm going to gather some bits and pieces together and we'll get started. So here we have various bits of metal, brackets, hinges, nails, all sorts of things in there. We could probably make use of some of that. We've got old socket sets we could weld on. We've got various nuts and bolts here. I'll get this out and we'll start sorting through it. So what do we have to make our happy birthday with? Maybe we'll just take some of these out and try and make some words with them. I don't know. Maybe a nut and a screw. That makes a P. Maybe is that a start? A nut there. Come on, there we go. That one. Is that any good? Maybe that could be a P. Okay, maybe. What else have we got? Brackets. Maybe that. Maybe that could make a P. Or a Y. Oh, there we go. Would that make a good Y if we... something like that? Don't know. Hinges in here. We've got this as well. Exhaust brackets there. Nut screws. Perhaps we'll just get everything out. Okay, just raided another parts bin I had. Just give us a few more bits to work with. I think he said we could use maybe washers or nuts, wasn't it, to make a P with? Maybe that and bolt. There you go. Start there. And we found that for a Y. What else could we use? Maybe a screw, something like that maybe, for a Y. PY. Maybe that. Oh, hang on. How about this? Got some of these pins here and that one's already been cut. Perfect. Need an H. That could be maybe something like that. And an A. We could do something different. Could we bend a tent peg? Maybe we could bend that into an A. Across there. Make a bend. Maybe a nail. Let's do a nail. Ta-da! How's that for an A? We pop that in there. And a cross piece, maybe this. Like that. H-A-P, I'm not happy on that P, but we'll come back to it. And we need birthday across the bottom. Maybe washers would be good for that. We could do maybe something like that. Is that a B? Is that a B? That. Yeah. I. Need an R. B-I-R. And a T. Huh. Tempex. Does that make a T? Oh, hang on. I've got these. Maybe a couple of those. Maybe that one. B-I-R-T. Let's tip them out. Hang on. Those two match. B-I-R-T-H. I think one thing I'm noticing here is it isn't actually going to fit on the metal. Time we've got birthday written across there. Maybe we're going to be a bit wide, so perhaps we should do happy birthday. Is that going to fit? Day. Or do we turn our metal around and do it across this way? Happy birthday. Maybe we'll try that. So I ended up cutting the metal just to give us a bit more room on the bench, and I've put what we had back on here. I'm not happy with everything yet. I'm not happy with this R or the B. We need an H, but I did just notice this would make quite a good D. Perhaps we'd probably cut that down, I reckon, and maybe a, I don't know, something. Oh, that's good. That fits. A D. Let's just make the words up. Let's just pop things down. Maybe that's an A. An A. Oh, how about that? Oh. Look at that. A and the Y. Can that be made into a Y? Okay. No. Is that a Y? No, not very good. Y. Maybe just that. Or that. We need our H in here. Let's just put a couple of nails for now. Or a bolt. And maybe that. Be nice to get that in there somewhere, a key. That'd be quite cool, wouldn't it? Maybe it's our R, no. Anyway, come back to that. That to me could be a good R. Maybe if we put that on the wire wheel, bend it out a bit, and that'll make a good R. Let's try. After a bit more messing about, I made that. I think that's a better R. Let's take that one off. Pop that in there. I'm still not happy with the B, and I think it's probably that. I don't know. I think I prefer something a bit thicker in there. Maybe this one. Maybe I'll swap that over. Pop that in there. There you go. I'm not happy with the H either. I want to change that. I want that to be all one style of metal. Maybe oh yeah, maybe something like that. Maybe if I put that on the wire wheel, get the corrosion off of it, concrete, or I don't know. We could cut that into 3 pieces, 2 uprights and a cross piece. Pop that in there instead. And there's our 3 pieces. That's better. I need to cut this D as well. I'll go and do that now. There we are. I want to swap this. I've got another one of these anywhere. No. They're the same. Cool. And D-A-Y, I'm still not happy with that H, but maybe that. About that. Yeah. Happy birthday. Maybe it hasn't got to be the same, maybe it could just be the same size. Like that. Should we call that it? Yes, everyone says. There you go. Happy birthday. Oh, that, no, I was going to change that. There you go. That's better. A bit bigger. That. You could fiddle with it all day, couldn't you? Maybe I'll take that one off there and put a tech screw instead. Right, that is it. I say we weld that on. Okay, here we go. Okay, that's all done. Now I couldn't weld all the bits together because the metal was a bit thin, for example this piece here and this piece here, it would have just burnt straight through the metal. So for this piece here on the H, I'm going to try and tie it on with a bit of green wire. It's just normal garden wire. I figured we could pop that under there and through here something like that, and maybe cut that off out there, and then just twizzle those couple of pieces together. And pop that in like that. And then this piece here, what I'm going to do is just mark the back of the steel there, and then I'm going to drill a hole and then mount that piece with a pop rivet through there. Once I've got that in position, I'm going to mark down the side here to try and square this up. I'll mark down the side, and it's already been scratched, but I'll probably mark it about here somewhere, and then we'll cut that off with an angle grinder and see about making a back. Now that's all cut to size, we need a back. How about this piece of checker that's on our scrap pile? And there we are. Our front piece should fit on there. So all we need now is a hinge, and I've found a couple of hinges already. What I'm thinking of doing is popping that there. If I put those on that edge, like so, and then mark them, I reckon I could just weld these on to here. If I just put a mark in there and there, there and there, just rough, and then that one there and there. I'll get the rust off on the wire wheel, and then we'll pop those into there and just put a couple of tack welds on. And there we go, they didn't come out too bad. I'm going to pop rivet the back on. So if I pop that there, is that straight? Yeah. Mark the holes. We'll drill those now and just use a pop rivet in each one. Alright, I skipped ahead and finished off the rivets. They all seem good now. I must admit I had to re-drill a couple of the holes, but it doesn't matter, it's just a bit of fun. I also ground down some of my terrible welding, and I dabbed on a bit of brown paint around the hinges there, just to disguise it a bit. I think it's come out alright. There's the back. There's the middle. I'll probably write a message in here, to be honest, in like pen or paint. Still rusty on the inside there. And that's the front. I think I'm going to call that it now, to be honest. It's taken, what, about 2 hours to get this far, but I think the result was worth it. I'm going to be putting some car and machinery restoration videos on my channel soon, so if you fancy watching those, hit subscribe. But until then, thank you for watching.